Guys, in my previous video I just completed the top down approach, and this is the one of the type from the conversion of regular expression into finite automata. And the next, that means the second type is, this is the first type and this is the second type is bottom up approach. Let's see guys how to solve the problems using the bottom up approach and how to convert the regular expression into finite automata by using the bottom up approach. See guys, this is the bottom up approach. Here also we just have the 5 steps. Let's see what are the 5 steps. Okay, the first step is, if the if you have the input epsilon in a finite automata, how to design it. That means we are just giving the epsilon in between a two states. If the finite automata has the input symbol a, then in between two states, that means one is initial state and one is final state, we are just representing a here. If you have the input symbol as r1 plus r2, that means in the form of r1 plus r2, then simply we take that, if for example take that a plus b in place of r1 plus r2, a plus b. First of all, just write that a plus b how we write in the top down approach. In top down approach, for two states, at upside we are giving a and at downside we are giving b, but here just take the two different states. Now this is the final initial state and this is the final state. Now just combine these new states with the initial state and with the final state with the help of epsilons. With the help of here epsilon and here epsilons. So this is the way guys how to represent a plus b or r1 r2 in the bottom up approach. In bottom up approach we can take any number of epsilons we want. While solving the problem, you will see how many number of epsilon we will take to complete one problem. Then let's check for next step. In the next step, it has r1 into r2. Here we need not to take any epsilons guys. These are the steps and these are the rules. I think you may have doubt that here for a plus b, that means r1 plus r2, you took 2 epsilons, that means total 4 epsilons. But what about the r1 into r2? That means these are the rules, so we cannot change these rules. Let's see guys, so only for a plus b we can take these many number of epsilons, while in case of r1 into r2 we need not to take, that means we shouldn't take any epsilons. We need to represent just as is as in the top down approach. Then let's check for the how to represent r hashtag in the bottom up approach. Means first take that, see guys, it is the r hashtag, means first take the initial state. This is the initial state, just to represent it as you represented in the top down approach. That means in top down approach, here itself we can take the self loop as r, but in bottom up approach we need to represent a separate state, new state for r, like this, and again one epsilon, and this is the final state. Here again we need to take that 2 more epsilons. Why 2 more epsilons? Means one from new state to new state. That means to represent the r, just we need to take 1 epsilon, and to represent this r hashtag means this total 2 epsilons plus r. So to represent this thing from initial state to final state, 1 epsilon guys. Wherever you may get r hashtag, then just take that for r, for only single r, 1 epsilon, and for initial state to final state just represent 1 epsilon. Then let's see how to implement these 5 steps in the problematic way. While doing the problems you will get clear. See guys, this is the regular expression a plus b whole asterisk into a. Then it is in the form R1 into R2. R1 into R2 means just write them side by side. A plus B whole asterisk into A. Then here it is only this thing is in the form of R asterisk. So it is in the form of R asterisk. Then just take that as same as I told upside. That means let's think that this is as R. See guys, for R we took the separate new state, and for R only we took the epsilon, and from initial state to it is not final state, but we are taking the epsilon to here. Why? Because this is the end of the A plus B whole asterisk. Up to end of the A plus B whole asterisk we will take the epsilon. So up to here I took, and again we have A as single, so I represented it here. And see guys, next step. Then here they A plus B, we just have A plus B. First of all write that guys, A plus B means how we need to represent A plus B. Just taking the like this, here A and here B. Then from initial state, and here we have new state, and here final state. So from here to here, just to represent guys how we will represent it for the A plus B in the first step, that is here from initial state to final state we are just adding the epsilons. Let us take like that only, just add the epsilons, and this is the state, that means new state. See guys, here we cannot take it as initial state because already before here we have the initial state. That means, see guys, for A plus B I just draw the structure for A plus B. This is the only structure for A plus B. Then what about the that means this epsilon, and what about this stage, and what about this stage means just need to, I am modifying this here. It is not the initial state, it is, let's take it as a new state, and this is the initial state epsilon. Then for whole A plus B we need to take the epsilon. That means from this state to this state we are taking epsilon. See guys, here for whole A plus B I took epsilon here. So here also for whole, this is the A plus B form. No, I just expanded it. So from whole A plus B I took epsilon. Then what about next thing, from Q0 to Qn? That means for whole, now we are taking that for last also for A, and from Q0 to final state. At last we are taking that from initial state to final state. This is the completed bottom up approach guys. Here we can take how many number of epsilons we want. That means there is no in particular number of epsilons only we need to take like that. There is no any particular number. So adding of epsilons is our own. That means if you want any, that means any new epsilon means here also we can take, like we can take. There is no any restrictions to it. Okay guys, I think my lecture is clearly audible and understandable to you. Thank you for watching my video guys. If you have any doubts, then please comment in the comment section.